The Chernobyl nuclear disaster of 1986 is one of the worst man-made disasters in human history. It occurred in the early hours of April 26, 1986, in the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine, which was then part of the Soviet Union. The disaster was caused by a combination of design flaws, human error, and a series of unfortunate events that led to a catastrophic explosion and the release of radioactive materials into the atmosphere. The explosion and the resulting fire killed 2 workers at the plant instantly, and more than 30 people died from radiation sickness in the following weeks and months. The disaster affected not only the people of Ukraine and the Soviet Union but also the entire world. The radioactive cloud released by the explosion spread across Europe, contaminating large areas of land and water and causing widespread panic and concern about the long-term health effects of radiation exposure. The response to the disaster was slow and inadequate, reflecting the lack of preparedness and transparency of the Soviet authorities. It took several days for the Soviet government to acknowledge the scale of the disaster and to begin evacuating the affected areas. The government's initial attempts to contain the radiation were ineffective, and many of the cleanup workers who were sent to the site were not adequately protected from radiation exposure. The long-term effects of the Chernobyl disaster are still being felt today. The immediate impact on the health of the affected population was severe, with many people suffering from radiation sickness, cancer, and other radiation-related illnesses. The contamination of the environment has also had lasting effects, with large areas of land and water still uninhabitable and wildlife populations greatly reduced. The Chernobyl disaster was a wake-up call for the world, highlighting the risks associated with nuclear power and the importance of safety and transparency in the operation of nuclear facilities. It led to significant changes in the regulation and safety standards of the nuclear industry, as well as increased public awareness of the potential dangers of nuclear power. In conclusion, the Chernobyl disaster was a tragic event that had far-reaching and long-lasting consequences. It serves as a reminder of the importance of safety and transparency in the operation of nuclear facilities, and the need for effective response and cleanup measures in the event of a nuclear accident. Thanks and share if you liked.